Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we have a game from FIDE candidate still 2024. This is actually from round two. We're gonna look into a game from Ian Nepomniachtchi against Grandmaster Firouzja. Ian was actually a former challenger for the World Championship against Ding Liren, the current champion. Well, Larissa, on the other hand, is actually a youngster who represent France. Well, let's get right into it. All right. In this game, we have e4, e5, no knight f3, knight c6, and now we have bishop b5. So it's like a Roy Lopez setup. So we have the knight f6, d3 only, bishop c5, and now c3. You have castle, and then d5 right away. So it's the Berlin defense that we have. So capture on d5, and then we have queen takes d5. We have bishop c4 threatening to capture the queen, and now queen to d8. We have b4, bishop e7 only, and now knight bd2, a6, and now a4. So white is actually trying to expand on the queen side. Now we have bishop f5, attacking this pawn on d3 twice now, so you need to defend it by a queen c2, knight d5 now. That knight can go to f4, so here we only have knight to e4. So basically to prevent the knight from jumping on f4. So here we have bishop to g4, threatening to capture the knight as well as ruining the pawn structure. But in this position, Ian just played queen a2. He actually doesn't care about if you're gonna capture this knight anyway. So we have knight first on b6. So Alarasa wants to at least eliminate the bishop because, as you can see, this bishop and this queen is actually pointing at f7. So here we have bishop to b3 first, and now capture. G takes f3, queen takes d3, and if you're gonna take a look at the position, it looks like uh, black is actually a bit better. But here we have king g2 only, queen d7, now rook d1, tempo on the queen, so queen to e8. Now we have h4. As you can see, you can easily capture it, right? Like bishop takes. But what's gonna happen if you capture it? There will be like maybe bishop g5 is possible, even rook h1. But here we have knight to c8 only, and now h5, king to h8, removing from the pin. This bishop and pin still there. So now we have h6. So Ian would like to ruin the pawn structure also on the king side. But now we have g5, excellent move. Queen d2 now, attacking this pawn on g5 multiple locations. But now we have knight d6, bishop b2 only. That bishop is actually scary in this position. But here we have knight to f5. Let's take a look what's the best continuation here. Here the suggestion is a simple f6. You can actually just solidify the position. But anyway, we have knight to f5, queen d7 only. If you're gonna capture, then there will be rook takes d7, wherein the rook will try to penetrate on the seventh rank. But now we have a check. So here you have king to f1 only, and now f5, attacking the knight again. But in this position, we only have knight to b3, capture on f3, and if you're gonna take a look at the position, it looks like black is winning because of the material advantage, but still, as per computer evaluation, it is only equal. But here we have b5, and now we have f4. So no one wants to defend. Actually, they both of them would like to attack. So here we have knight e4 and then knight to a5, threatening to capture the bishop here on b3. So we have bishop e6 only. And in this position, we have queen g6. As per computer evaluation, not the best continuation. The suggestion is g4 first. That's one. You can also go rook d8. But now we have queen g6. Now queen takes e7. Well, as if you're gonna take a look at the position, why not capture this knight on e4? Then you will be checkmated here on g7. And if you're gonna, let's say, for example, go something like rook here on d8, and then now in this position we will have, well, it looks like he's gonna win the bishop, right? But queen g7 first, so queen takes d7, capture, capture, and then the bishop will move here. But anyway, let's go back. So after queen takes e7, we have queen takes h6 now. We have bishop f7, queen h3 with a check. As per computer evaluation, not the best continuation here. The suggestion is queen h1, and then after queen h1, king e2, and then knight g1. Then you really need to capture the knight. Let's go. So here, check, king here with a check, and in this position, as you can see, this is actually threatened. So you really need to basically capture. But let's go back. So here, after queen takes h6, bishop f7, queen h3 with a check. And now we have king e2, queen f5, threatening to capture the bishop, threatening to capture this knight as well. But in this position, Ian found the best move, which is bishop to d5. We have rook a e8 now, capture on c7, queen g4. Again, there's a discovered check or discovered attack. So in this position, king has to move, and in this position, he plays king d3, rook to d8 now, pinning the bishop. So the only move would be c4. But now in this position, Alarasa decided to give up the exchange. Rook takes d5, c takes d5, and now queen h3 again with the idea of discovered check. So here we have knight d3 only, knight c4, and then we have queen takes c4, capture on g3, and then f takes d3. We have a takes b5, and then a takes b5 here. Rook c8. So threatening to capture the queen here, but now we only have rook h1. So if you're gonna capture the queen, then I will have capture also on h3. We have queen d7, and now if we're gonna evaluate the position, white is completely winning because first off, he has an extra piece like a rook. The king is pretty safe even though it's in the middle, but here we have queen to e4 only, so threatening to checkmate. It's dependent with the queen anyway, but there's always a possibility of simplifying. And also, as you can see, this is also threatened. Bishop takes. So here we have only like king g8. Now we have king to e3. Knight d4 was played. Now bishop takes d4. And in this position, Alarasa resigned because there's no hope for black anymore. So let's say I capture in this position, then you can just simply go king d2. Um, Maybe we can still continue rook f8, but it's clearly winning. We can even simplify by queen to e6 with a check, queen e6 capture, and then it goes like this. Then you can just go king d3. Still, it's clearly winning because of the two rooks. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Chess Corner. Bye bye now.